morning to you, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, that's great.
Episode 28 of the Buzz About East Brunswick. Nice. I'm Greg T. This is Mayor Cohen. Thank you guys so much for listening to us. It is our favorite podcast, and you can, of course, be watching us on YouTube at EB26. Maybe you're on Instagram at BuzzAboutEB, Spotify, iHeart, Apple Music, and Amazon. And we are on live podcasting from the public library, episode 28. Welcome. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's a total green day, right?
It is. What do you think of the intro?
That was cool.
That was compliments of EBTV's Brian. He went and dug it out, and he managed to find a program that he could take our theme, put it right into it, and then it spits it out in an Irish brogue, in an Irish way.
That's cool.
Pretty
like
neat,
that.
right?
Yeah. I actually went to an event over the weekend, and political event, and they
Yeah.
said the only way you could ever get anybody's endorsement is if you go up and karaoke something Irish. So
Did you do it?
Yeah, of course I did.
All right. Well, I wanted to start us off today. I thought it's always great on St. Patrick's Day. There's always an Irish toast that's given. So I wrote this out, and I hope that you'll enjoy it. And it goes a little something like this.
It's not even a ChatGPT thing?
Oh, you had to blow it out of the water. Oh.
Come on.
Of course it's a ChatGPT thing. I could not write this. I went to ChatGPT and I said, I need an Irish toast to kick off our podcast. And this is what it spit out for us. May your troubles be less and your blessings be more, and nothing but happiness come through your door. May your glass always be full, your heart always light, and may luck walk beside you both day and by night. And may we all be together again this time next year, raising another good toast with good friends and good cheer. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Very good. I like that. We should toast that. That's very Irish, right?
Very
Toast it.
Irish.
There you go.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
That very alcoholic water. East Brunswick water.
We were going to bring in some good Guinness, but we thought, you know what, maybe we shouldn't at the public library.
No, that wouldn't look good.
It would not be a good showing. No. Hey, so you got your green on, like you
Yes.
said earlier. We got the memos to wear green today.
Absolutely.
You one up me though. Show us the mayor's got green socks on. Look at this.
I don't like to show my son likes to make fun of my chicken legs, so I just have to quickly show that.
I have my green sneakers on. That's all I could dig out of the closet. I don't even know how old these green sneakers are. I'd kept them like forever, so they've got to be, could be 12 years old now.
So, buddy, you're only using it once a year, so it's still new.
That's right. I hardly ever wear them because I'm like, when am I ever going to wear them?
And your foot still don't really change size. Like,
No.
your waist could go up, now, but
The waist.
foot's about the same.
That is true. That is true. So I also dug up some information regarding St. Patrick's Day, which I
Okay.
thought was kind of fun.
Okay.
Now, what have you ever been to Ireland?
No.
No, me.
I hear it's beautiful, and
Yeah.
everybody that I know who's been there, that's all they say. It's just absolutely magnificent. So it's on my bucket list.
Yeah, that's same thing. I've only heard just amazing things about Ireland. I've never visited there before. But what about the St. Patrick's Day parade? Ever been in New York City?
No, haven't been for that. I mean, I've been parades around here, local, which are not nearly as big, and they're beautiful and they're great. And we have a lot of fun. I always have fun.
Yeah, right. No, I've only
Can't go to a St. Patrick's Day parade and not have fun.
No, you're absolutely correct. I've only experienced the New York City St. Patrick's Day parade one time. I mean, all the times working in New York, always been around the parade, but
Right.
actually never been like down into the area, like going to an Irish pub or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's got to be crazy though. I mean, I don't
Crazy.
love going in and out of the city anymore.
Listen, I am with you. It's been pretty crazy. I agree. I would avoid it. But the one time I did, stupid me, I get into a taxi and I have to get from point A to point B, and you're not moving on St. Patrick's Day in a taxi. Because
But the only thing that's moving is the meter, right? For how much it's costing you, but you're not actually moving.
You are so correct. And in that parade is huge. It starts at 11 a.m. and it doesn't end until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And everybody by that time is just crocked, and they're in bars everywhere. You're not moving. People are crossing the street everywhere. You can't get around. It's nearly impossible impossible to move around New York City during the parade. It really is.
So, but that's kind of fun, though. But it's once in a lifetime. You don't have to really keep going all the time. And
No.
that's what I did to Thanksgiving one time. It was great, but I wouldn't do it again.
No, you're right. It was funny. Some of the guys we were talking about the same thing. You're right. Even like, there's the New Year's Eve thing. I've ventured through New Year's Eve, Times Square one time at one time only, and that's
Not doing that. Not wearing a diaper because you can't move that. Not doing that.
No,
I'll watch it on TV in my own home.
Right.
And when it's over, guess what?
Yep, you can go home.
Go to bed.
And if you need to go to the bathroom, you can go to the bathroom in peace, and you're totally fine.
Right.
Hey, now what about East Brunswick? Now, we've never had, the only thing I looked up for a parade was back in 2015, it came up that East Brunswick threw a parade, a homecoming parade for, at the time, it was American Idol Jax.
Yes.
So that was the only parade that I could find that East Brunswick's ever,
Yeah, we're just not a town that has a real downtown.
Right.
So we participate all 4th of July with the Milltown one.
Right.
And then, of course, they're invited over for our 4th of July celebration. So we do things together, but we don't have a downtown. So as the redevelopment stuff starts to get to a further level on Route 18, we will actually have somewhat of a downtown.
Oh, get out.
The whole Renee corridor that will connect all of the communities that are being built will become somewhat of a downtown. And those, I think, will be times where we could start to open up the ability of maybe doing a parade in our own town. But we were never built as a city.
Right.
So it's hard to create something that's never existed.
Yeah. I never thought about that. That's very neat to think that there could be a possibility for somewhere to
where Vermella is, there's going to be Renee Road that'll connect that through all the communities there, cross Tices into the Legacy project by the rink. All of that would be with retail around it. Will make it sort of like an area where we could do a parade. That probably is something that would be fun. Can either start it at the rink and end at Vermella, or the opposite way around. But I think that's where it's likely to occur.
That's great. That is really neat. Wow. All right, Mr. Mayor. I like that.
Well, because by Vermella is a beautiful park there. So my instinct is they'll probably do, if they do them, you probably do set up at the rink and then end up in the park.
Yeah. That sounds awesome. That sounds like that's incredible. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, so I did a little research on, now, do you know about St. Patrick? Do you know like where it all like stems from? The St. Pat, you don't know much. I didn't know much
teach
either.
Me. Because ChatGPT probably gave you all of that.
Why? You're bursting my bubble, man.
That's all right.
Bursting my bubble
everybody's
today.
using it, so it's you gotta exactly.
So I went to ChatGPT. I mean, don't. I went to ChatGPT, and so I did my own research here, and it says that so Saint Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland, born around the late 4th century in Rome, Britain. At 16 years old, here's the story about him. So at 16, he was captured by the Irish raiders and taken to Ireland as a slave, actually. He spent 6 years there working as a shepherd. During this time, he became deeply religious. Eventually, he escaped after a dream told him to somehow flee. After escaping and returning home, St. Patrick trained as a Christian missionary. Years later, he returned to Ireland voluntarily to spread Christianity among the Irish people. And where we get the shamrock, why we have the shamrock, is because he used the shamrock to explain to people in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. So he used the shamrock as the 3 pieces. So that's why we have that's why we use the shamrock today.
That's logical. That makes sense. That's cool.
I
love history.
I figured you. Okay,
I do.
So there you go. All right. So then, all right. Now he died on March 17th. So he wasn't born on March 17th. He died, and that's why we celebrate today, St. Patrick's Day. Not bad,
I like
right?
that. Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Yeah. Good for that. See, now we're more educated, and we could.
I'll tell you, every single episode, I learn a lot from you, from East Brunswick. So maybe this is the one episode I can actually share and teach or something. So now, why do we do it in green? Obviously, he's from Ireland, and Ireland is famous for the lush green landscape due to the rainy climate that they have there.
Right.
And they call it the Emerald Isle. Over time, green became strongly associated with the Irish identity and the national pride. So there you go. So that's why we do that. Now, the lucky leprechaun, That has just all been made up over throughout the years. There is no, that's just an old Irish folklore, and we've adopted the leprechaun and the pot of gold and all of that, and then we've grown and grown and grown throughout the years.
Okay.
That's it.
So that's good, though, but I think that the history part is the part that's fascinating.
Yeah, and then here we are today. It's, just it's become pop culture, and that's really where we're at today, is that today is a day that we just kind of enjoy it as St. Patrick's Day.
Who'd have thought, right?
Who would have thought, right?
1,600 years later, they're still celebrating it.
And leave it to us in America to figure out a way to capitalize.
Oh, exactly. We monetize everything.
That's it. Exactly. All right, guys. So listen, we do have to get to some really cool things that are happening in and around East Brunswick. Yep. We have a really big day coming up this weekend. I want to talk about your time at the Daisy Breakfast over this past weekend. So I really want to dive into the heart and soul of what we do here with the Buzz About East Brunswick. So I just figured we'd take a little time out, though, to talk a little bit about St. Patrick's Day. Let's take a brief break, and when we get back, we'll dive into what we usually do.
All good.
Good for you?
Yeah, all good.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
All right, guys, this is a look inside and around East Brunswick, and we'll be right back with more with Buzz About East Brunswick. Hey, East Brunswick, have you heard about the salamander crossings? Well, drivers in East Brunswick should slow down along Beekman Road between Church Lane and Davidson Mill Road. It's the start of the annual salamander crossing, when hundreds of amphibians migrate from the woods to nearby vernal pools to breed. Volunteers are out after dark, helping the salamanders safely cross the road and reminding motorists to take it slow. Can you believe it? It's happening right here in East Brunswick. Wow! Look at those things go! To all East Brunswick residents, this is a recycling notice. Bagged leaf collection will occur on your recycling week during the month of April. Place biodegradable bags out on the Monday of your weekly recycling. Leaf bags can also be brought to the East Brunswick Recycling Center all year. This is a message from the East Brunswick Township and the Recycling Center. All right, guys, and we are back. Episode 28 continues to roll on. This is the Buzz About East Brunswick. So, listen, let's just talk about it. Today actually kicks off the NCAA men's basketball tournament. I believe there's like 2 or 3 games. It's like a play-in round, and then the actual March Madness actually kicks off on Thursday. Now, are you involved at all? Do you play the brackets?
No, I don't do that. I don't know enough about, although I like college basketball way more than professional basketball, but I don't really follow it. But until March Madness, and then everybody kind of gets involved.
Right. But, you're 100% correct.
One of
Same
our
thing for me.
Former attorneys here in town, Mike Baker, has a barn that he always invites. He uses it more for entertaining, although he does actually grow crops out there.
Okay.
And every year he does a March Madness party.
Oh, he does.
So we have a
gathering.
A gathering.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm not, I don't know why. I think I've always been jealous of those that are able to be super tall, and I am so damn short. So there's just nothing in me. I could not play basketball for the life of me at all. So I just never got into it. But just like yourself, I'll follow it like right around now. Yeah. The March Madness, the hype around it,
Yeah, and the college kids, and sometimes you get those type of surprise endings for a team that really just does well. That really didn't see it coming.
Right.
And that's the fun part about it, because the professionals are generally more predictable about who's the top teams, and these guys are doing it really for the sport.
And no one ever gets it right. No one can fill out the brackets 100% correct. Nobody knows. But I look forward to
It's also kind of interesting. Every once in a while, I get a college that no one would ever have heard of, other than for
you're right.
Happen to be a great basketball team. You don't even know where it's located.
You're absolutely correct. I couldn't tell you sometimes there's a lot of these Cinderella schools, and I have no idea where they came from. I have no idea how they made it into the tournament.
That's the beauty of it.
Right. That's the fun part. I look forward to like some of the locals, like does Rutgers get in? Does Seton Hall get in?
Right.
Fairleigh Dickinson sometimes will get in. So some of those I'll look forward to trying to follow. I know they're never going to advance that far into the tournament, but
never know.
You never know. There's always a Cinderella a story. So I'm with you completely on that. Like, that's the only reason why I'll ever follow it. But as far as basketball, I'm just not.
Yeah, it's not my favorite sport, but
Right.
but March Madness is fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It is. So listen, this past weekend, really a great turnout. I was told that we had a little bit over 800 people that showed up, and they raised a little bit more than $15,000 for the Daisy breakfast you were at. So expand on that. What was your time like there?
Well, that first of all was nice. It really never even seemed like there was a lull because there's people that are coming, people that are leaving, so the room always felt full. But it's, again, one of those top 10 things that we do here in East Brunswick. We really go and overboard. And this is, we've been doing this for decades now.
Yeah.
And it's raising money for the DAISY program, which provides services for people that have special needs and have neurodevelopmental issues that we want to include in the township and provide services. And they're expensive. So it's dependent often on raising money. They also do a trick or treat every year, which raises 3 times that.
That's great.
But they actually now are at a point, if they didn't add new programs, that based on just what they've been earning from fundraising, they're fairly self-sufficient, which is great. Right? A lot of times the town will have to augment it. But at this point, they don't, unless they're doing something really unique and different, and then they need funding for that. But by and large, they're raising what they need to make sure that the program is sustained.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Do we have a lot of other organizations in East Brunswick that are self-sustaining as well, or are they the leaders in this?
Well, we have a lot of organizations that are self-sustaining. We don't generally, as a township, fund nonprofit organizations, so they have to be self-sustaining.
I see.
But DAISY is part of our Parks and Rec program, so there we will often help them.
That's great. Well, it's terrific. It really, and like I said, when I spoke to them, they were very pleased with their turnout. They thought it was a bigger number than last year, even, which is terrific. And they even thought they brought in some more, more money than they did last year, which is what you want to see.
Well, we're also have to, tip our hats off to Stacy and all of the folks over at the Hilton, because they provide the room for free.
That is beautiful.
They would not have been able to raise that kind of money if they had to lay it out for the room.
Right.
But so that's really, really nice of them.
Yep. And then coming up this weekend, this is like the ultimate. It's finally here. I want your reaction. What is it going to be like when you finally cut the ribbon? So the East Brunswick Ice Arena is officially going to be open this coming Sunday.
It's been exciting because look, we've been all talking about it for a long time. People have actually gotten in. There have been some of the teams have been using it. So a lot of people have had an opportunity to go in and see it, and they're all blown away every time they do. Yeah. And we've also had a lot of stuff that we've posted on it as it's been progressing all along. So now that we're finally to a time where we could open it, it's really a big deal. Yeah. Not only for our community, but for neighboring communities as well. There's not a lot of places that provide something like that. Most places, ice time is full almost from the day it's open.
That's correct.
There's just not that many places.
Right.
And I've never wanted our kids to, or our parents to come back and say that there's nothing for our kids to do in East Brunswick. We have to go in a car and drive them somewhere else to do everything. And that's not the case any longer.
Right.
Whether it's the rink or the cricket field, or everything that we've been doing is designed to allow people to have the opportunity to stay here in town.
And with the remodeling of the mall, doing more things with that space on the indoors, and you're exactly correct.
But that's private, so we can incentivize them or ask them to do things. But they wouldn't be doing it if they didn't think that there was the opportunity here for growth.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe it.
But the ice is great. The people that have been on it and have used the rink have been just blown away. People from out of town keep talking about it. Yeah. And I was actually in the Colonial Diner the other day for breakfast, because that's my Sunday morning breakfast.
All right.
And I saw there was about a whole bank of cars from New York.
Oh, get out.
Because they had a
hockey
tournament that was in town.
How great is that?
I know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
In another couple of months, I'm going to have people writing on Facebook that they couldn't get into any one of our restaurants because it was being monopolized by all these tournaments, and that they couldn't find a place to get in.
Yeah.
That I can't wait for that. That is a good problem.
Right, that's a great problem to have.
Well, because that
Bringing
means that it's
business into
exactly
town.
what we wanted. We wanted business to come into town.
Yeah.
And as their businesses are busy, it now encourages more businesses to come into town, nicer restaurants, nicer hotels,
Yeah.
things that will draw people to us as a destination.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Right, that was part of the plan, right?
It's also giving jobs to some of our kids.
Of course
I
it
want
is.
them to have a job. I want them to earn some money to learn how to manage and to have responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
It provides an opportunity for a sport in town that we didn't have before.
You are so correct.
So-
As a kid growing up, I just want to say, I played ice hockey, and I used to have to always go down to Old Bridge to play because there just wasn't anything here in East Brunswick at the time. These kids now that are going to be growing up here in East Brunswick are going to be incredibly fortunate to have a beautiful, beautiful state-of-the-art ice rink right here in
know
the backyard.
that the equipment and the cost is high for a sport like that.
It
But
is.
We also have opportunities. The New Jersey Devils will be
Yeah.
contributing equipment for people to get them to start.
Oh, that's great.
So a lot of these kids get a love for the sport and a feel for the ice early.
Mm-hmm.
And that party or that kid that was learning at 5, 6, 7 years of
Right.
age, give him 10 years as your all-star hockey player for
Right.
your high
The
school
New
team.
Jersey Devils eventually.
Maybe.
There you go. He'll be the first rising NHL star to come right out of East Brunswick. And there he is, gracing the ice. And where did he get the beginning? He started right here at the East Brunswick Ice
And then we
Arena.
also have things like the Mayor's Charity and other organizations that help provide funding for people so that if that's the rate limiter for you wanting to do a sport that you would want to do,
Right.
we'll make the money available for you. Don't let that be a reason for you not to do something here that you really want to do. And we don't need to advertise to the world who we gave the money to.
Right.
They don't need to feel bad that they were
Sure.
getting help
Sure.
to participate. And look, maybe that kid will be a player someday and give back for someone else. That's how it works.
Hey, you know what else I'm thinking? You can always have the mayor's charity hockey game, where you have let's say the fire department. No, for real, you could have the East Brunswick Fire Department and the East Brunswick Police Department playing a hockey game, to raise charity, part of the mayor's fund.
That's a great idea, Greg. I like that.
There you go. You see, every now and then the light bulb goes on.
And you didn't even need ChatGPT for that.
You're right. On that one, I did not need ChatGPT.
That's a good idea.
I think it'd be great though to have.
Well, they've actually done football games, the police and the fire.
Sure.
So they've done that before, but that would be
Hockey.
kind of cool.
Right. Let's have the inaugural FDN. Well, I was going to say FDNY, the East Brunswick Fire Department versus the East Brunswick Police Department, and see if we can gather up like two little men teams to play in charity. Because in New York they do that.
And women firefighters, and
Yeah.
there's women who are in the police department. So
Yeah.
let's not leave them out.
No. They can make a team however they see fit, both sides.
Yeah.
Let them play against each other for a big charity event, and it all goes to the mayor's charity fund.
I like that.
What do you think? Come on, give me some on that
like
one.
that.
All right. Well, listen, guys, if you are going to go over to the grand opening of the ice arena, here is the rundown. It's really filled. It is going to be, from what we've done the walkthrough and what we've seen already, it's going to be like a festival. I mean, it's really going to be
Well, I
something.
mean, I think it's designed to make sure that people see the full gambit of things that could be done there.
Oh, they are.
Whether it's figure skating or ice skating or
they
they're
are gonna
learning
have
to
that.
skate or
Yep.
the hockey game that they're going to have.
That's correct.
All of that's designed to give people a sense of what else you could do. We talk about ice hockey all the time when, of course, I'm a hockey fan.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more that could be done there. And the building is really nice. You could rent it out for party space, all of that.
Right, yeah, there is the gorgeous party room there. So they're going to be so at 10 a.m. So at 9 a.m. is a founder's breakfast. At 10 a.m., you're going to speak at 10 a.m. and that's when you're going to, I guess, cut the actual
The
ribbon.
ribbon cutting, right.
And then at 10:30, there will be a big address again from the mayor. That's when you'll be actually on the ice. They're going to roll a red carpet out with a podium. Some of the other people that helped get the ice arena off the ground will also speak at 10:30. At 11 a.m. will be a figure skating exhibition. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To show it off in the figure skating
And
realm
look,
as well.
this Olympics just ended last month, right?
Yeah, right.
Figure skaters did well.
That's
Ice hockey teams off the chart.
100%.
And the Paralympics.
They won as well.
They won as well.
Yeah.
So let's take advantage of the popularity of the sport now and get people out to play.
I think it's opening like at the perfect time. You couldn't have opened the doors at like a better time. It really worked out.
Yeah.
At noon, you're going to be having an alumni game. Can you tell me anything about the alumni games?
So the alumni game is designed to have our hockey team from the current high school hockey team play against as many people as we could find who either played hockey for our team but never got to play on the rink,
that's good.
or those who have, like you,
Yeah.
played hockey but couldn't do it in East Brunswick because you had to do it somewhere else. So there's a lot of people in a lot of age groups that will fit that category. So that's going to be the alumni team, and of course they're going to play against the current high school team.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So creative. Rutgers will be there. We're going to have skating coaches there. The Devils Learn to Play will be there. Can you explain more about the Devils Learn to Play program?
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's I want to, and the rink would like to get people who are interested that just don't know enough about the sport, maybe aren't really even comfortable on ice yet. We just want to get them acclimated.
Sure.
Skating's a great skill to have, whether you play hockey or not, or whether you become a figure skater or not. It's still fun. And this rink is for the community. So if you're not playing either of those sports, there's no reason why you can't go out and just enjoy the fun of skating. So that's going to be the concession will be open.
Yeah.
So there'll be food.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Right. So I think it's going to be a really action-packed day with a lot of things, and highlight this really top-notch facility that we have here now.
And can you expand more? How did the relationship between the New Jersey Devils and the East Brunswick Ice Arena forged ahead? How did it come together?
Well, initially when they did the community that's outside in front of it, it was a deed back to the town for them to build the community that's in front of it, legacy. So of the 24 acres, 2/3 of it is the property that the residential units are on, and the third of it was deeded back to the township as a give back for some of the tax advantages and long-term tax breaks that the developer got in order to build all of this.
Right.
So, and one of the things that we had thought all along is that, well, if we're going to build a hockey rink there, then it probably would make sense to try to work with the only local sport that we have in New Jersey. Right? We have the two football teams.
Oh, no, I get that.
They're still a New York team, even though they played in New Jersey.
Right.
But the only real New Jersey team is the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah.
And so we named all the streets in Legacy after the players whose numbers have been retired.
That's
There's
really
5 of
cool.
them.
That's cool.
And that was an incentive for the Devils, once this rink was underway, to really start coming out here and looking at the facility and recognizing the thought that was put into how that merges with the community around it. And, they were sold
because I'm sure
after
the New Jersey Devils would never want to align themselves with something that they didn't think was going to, really come to fruition the way it is.
They're actually well known to do a lot of programs for kids. And I think they do want to get into communities and to try to build the sport throughout the state. That is one of their missions.
Right.
So they've got a whole program that's designed to go into communities like this and do exactly that. But I don't think there's too many places that named an entire community with all the streets.
That's neat.
That I can assure you no one else has done.
I think that's a really cool idea, really good idea. And so we're going to have a bunch of booths there, tattoos and crafts for kids, sensory-friendly area, Play-Doh, fidget spinners, squishy cubes, the off-ice training we're going to have as well. There'll be things going on in the multi-purpose rooms. Ice cream from Marley and Harley will be there.
Which is right there at Legacy.
Right. So, I mean, the whole entire day, Touch a Truck will be happening in the rear of the building. The Zamboni will be there. There's going to be so much happening on Sunday. I'm really excited. I feel like so a part of the whole thing that it's like the whole birth. I just can't wait to be there.
Yeah.
Like I'm really.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm hoping for a good turnout. Don't really have to worry about weather. It's indoors.
Yeah, that's true. True. No, it's going to be. I would think that you'll have a nice turnout there. I think a lot of people know about it, and it's gonna prove to be just an amazing day. It really is.
And a shout out to our labor folks who really helped do this in a way that high quality. Before the deadline, they were done early.
Yeah, right.
And under budget.
Right.
And, the things that people often worry about when you use labor and the unions to do the work is that it's going to cost more. Most people don't argue that the quality is generally better, but they always worry that it's going to be double the cost. It was not.
Right.
That's a misnomer.
Hats off to you guys for real for that.
And so a lot of the folks from the trades who've helped us put this together deserve credit too. So they'll be there. And obviously with the Founders Breakfast, everybody that was involved from the hockey committee to our Parks and Rec department and their advisory board and all of the people in town. Kudos, obviously, to Keith Kipp and Mike Reisner, who've borne the brunt of building this. They've never done anything like that before.
Of course, it's a huge project.
And it was a huge project, and they were phenomenal.
Yeah.
And just to think that this is a massive project, and people are coming here with their jaw drops.
Yeah.
And this was done as a municipal project.
Just incredible. Really, just incredible. All right, guys, we're going to take another quick break. We'll take another look inside and around East Brunswick. And when we get back, we'll wrap up with maybe some St. Patrick's Day jokes and more. It's all still coming up here on The Buzz About East Brunswick. We'll be right back. Hey, East Brunswick. This summer, cool off the East Brunswick way at Crystal Springs Family Water Park.
Very family friendly. I love the staff and the lifeguards are just fantastic. We really enjoy it, and I used to bring my kids when they were little.
It's just good for the kids. It's a good place for them to have fun for the summer.
Dive into the excitement with thrilling water slides, splash zones for kids, and a relaxing lazy river, and plenty of space to soak up the sun. Whether you're racing down the slides, floating around with friends, or making memories under the fountains, Crystal Springs is your family's go-to summer destination.
The lazy river.
We got a little wave pool, I see. Got a bunch of slides. The kids love it.
I get to relax too.
Right here in East Brunswick. So grab your towels, sunscreen, and the whole crew, because summer fun starts at Crystal Springs Family Water Park. Visit eastbrunswick.org/Crystal Springs for hours and more season pass information. Crystal Springs Family Water Park, where East Brunswick makes waves.
It's Chief Frank Lasacco, and welcome back to episode 2 of Behind the Badge.
Hey, my name is David Methner. I've been a police officer here with East Brunswick for 15 years. This year we're participating in the Police Unity Tour. It started in 1997 with 18 members from the Florham Park Police Department to honor the sacrifice of fallen law enforcement officers. We ride our bicycles from New Jersey to DC, and this year 11 members of our agency will be doing that bicycle ride. Please help us support fallen law enforcement officers and their memorial in DC.
Please help support Team East Brunswick as they participate in the 2026 Police Unity Tour. Their team of 11 members will depart from New Jersey on a 4-day, 300-mile bicycle ride to Washington, D.C. Funds raised support the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial, honoring officers who have lost their lives in the line of duty. To donate and support Team East Brunswick, please click link below. Thank you for your support, and let's go Team East Brunswick. All right, guys, and we are back, getting ready to wrap things up here with The Buzz About East Brunswick, episode 28. Again, Greg T., Mayor Cohen.
Yes.
So, now there is one more thing that's happening. There's lots going on in East Brunswick.
It always is. That's the goal.
I don't know if you've heard, there's a lot going on in East Brunswick. But this is pretty neat. For the very first time, the opera is actually coming into East Brunswick at the Community Arts Center.
Yes.
It's called Hub City, based out of New Brunswick.
Right.
The Opera and Dance Company, and they're putting on 2 shows there at the
Community Arts Center.
Community Arts Center,
Exactly.
And it's all on behalf of the East Brunswick Arts Commission as well.
Right.
But you were telling us a little bit of something that's going on with the Community Arts Center.
Well, I mean, the Community Arts Center and the Arts department has, whether it's the commission is that's their role,
Right.
is to try to bring as many things into the town that fill that whole culture category.
Sure.
That people don't always have to leave East Brunswick to do. So getting in an opera from New Brunswick, which is a little bit different.
Totally different, yeah.
That should be a unique experience. So hopefully people will come out to do that. You know that we have the East Brunswick Symphony.
Right.
So
That's
they've
new.
been doing programs now for over a year.
Yeah.
And the crowds and the people that come to that, believe it or not, are actually pretty big.
That's great.
So they're excellent, and it shows you that once you're done in school, with whatever instrument you're playing, there's a whole life after that you can continue to be part of the arts community.
Sure.
They're also looking to bring a exhibit. I think they're scheduled for April, and it's from a program that's in Metuchen right now in one of the art galleries. And it's I forget the name of it, but basically what it was a Jewish girl from Rutgers, and she befriended a Muslim guy that were both in the same Mason Gross department.
Oh yeah, Mason Gross, yeah.
And she was just 1 year ahead. And while all of the protests and the encampments and all that stuff was going on, highlighting division in communities, the two of them became friends.
Amazing.
And they started talking about their art. And he's from South Brunswick.
Okay.
She's from East Brunswick.
Okay.
She actually now lives in Israel. And they got their own friends in the Jewish and Muslim community and started developing art.
Oh, great. That's so neat.
And the program is really just to talk about how art can bring people together, even when you're in the middle of a time where often all you hear about is
bombings and conflict. Right, exactly. Yeah.
So they put this art exhibit together over in Metuchen, and it's finishing up its run. And we're going to be hosting it at the Community Arts Center, I believe, in April.
That's really neat.
And we'd like to invite people from the entire community, not just Muslims and Jews.
Everybody.
But everybody.
Sure.
Because I think it's an example that we should be inspiring our youth to look at more about how we have things in common than the things that divide us.
You're so right. You're so right. That sounds like a really interesting exhibit. That's really nice. Art exhibit like that. You're right. And with everything going on and how the two of them came together, I think they've got just an amazing story.
It's a great story, and I think that it's a message of hope, right? We can use that today.
We certainly can. All right. So again, it is St. Patrick's Day, and we've got a little bit of a
St. Patrick humor.
St. Patrick humor. Leave it to Greg T to bring in some St. Patrick humor. So if you would allow me, Mr. Mayor, I've got a couple of great jokes. Yes, from Chat GPT.
Okay.
Here we go.
We're getting the pattern here.
All right, here we go. So, Mr. Mayor, what do you call a fake Irish stone? A fake Irish stone. It's called a sham rock.
Got it.
The sham rock. Hold on. Here we go. I have the... There we go. All right.
Oh, perfect. A sham
rock. Why don't you iron a 4-leaf clover? Well, you don't want to press your luck. Okay, with this.
That was corny. I like the first one better. Go on.
Okay, thank you. What's Irish and sits outside all night long? That would be your patio furniture.
Oh, cute. Patio.
I'm really
You love that, don't you?
I'm enjoying these dad jokes more than anybody. I'm sorry. I know I'm probably embarrassing you. I apologize.
No. They're kind of cute. Corny, but cute.
Thank you for doing this for me. What do you call an Irish spider? Well, that would be a patty long legs. Okay, there's one more. Last one. I promise you, last one. What do you call a leprechaun who wins the lottery? He would be a lucky charm.
Oh. Did
There
you
you
eat that
go.
when you were growing up?
No.
You did eat Lucky Charms?
Oh, Lucky Charms? Oh, yeah. Did I eat them? I loved Lucky Charms. I thought they were great.
I mean, there was like the best cereals in the world when we grew up. And now,
Oh, come
of
on.
course, everyone would say, oh my God, you can't really give that to your kids. But
No,
you know
you're
what?
right.
We're still around.
You're right.
We survived it.
We survived it. We
Captain
did.
Crunch and my Fruit Loops and
Frosted Flakes. We're just that exactly. So now let me just ask you on a side note, do you have any plans for St. Patrick's Day? Like, what are you doing when you're done working today? Anything special?
No, you know my days are filled.
Right. No, right.
There's no free time, but
Nothing, yeah.
I've asked for that. But
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
it is fun.
I get it. All right, guys. Well, that does it for us. Episode 28, our St. Patrick's Day special. And again, I wouldn't have wanted to spend St. Patrick's Day with anybody else but you, Mr. Mayor.
Ah, there you go.
So there you go. There you go. Episode 28 is in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Happy St. Patrick's Day to each and every one of you that are celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year. And hopefully we will see you guys here next year for next year's St. Patrick's Day. So I'm Greg T, Mayor Cohen. Tell them we're out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here.
See ya.